Hello, we're back playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and we're still interrogating old Hagbag here, or cross-examining her. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I'll go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, honey. I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyways, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for unexpected, but I kinda suspected this. She is quite the annoying person, huh? Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I got their photos recorded on the security computer and checked them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. I can't do her voice, it hurts my throat too much, guys. That's too much to ask for. Let's press this. Why would she do that? How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell just by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? This is murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicion like the Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in the photo that you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freak, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Yep, I saw it. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Oh, dang. Order. He killed him. The 2nd grader did. Just kidding now. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes. Well, see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. The boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much attention. Mind. That's why I erased the data. Oh, Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. I'd like to take 5 minutes recess. I want the defendant and the prosecution to consider this new information, and no forgetting about information this time. Jeez. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Mr. WP. Yeah? Oh, Mr. WP, yes. Tell me straight, were you really in the dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping, honest. So, who was in the Steel Samurai in the security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a samurai costume, so where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are you going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Alright. Recess is over. Let's try to do some turning. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed the crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? I don't want to blame Penny. The grade school boy. I don't think he committed the murder, but he might have seen something, you know? Can we do that? So who was... Well, we should answer the question. Who could have committed the murder? The grade school boy, the security lady, or the assistant girl? Oh my gosh. I think the security lady did it, so I'm gonna go with her. It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper? Oh snaps. I hope this was right. Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai steel costume, and slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would you go through all that trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew that camera at the gate would take the picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. Holy shit, we're killing it! I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Woo, son! That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection as some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Well, he's not objecting. If I give Granny a break, then they think I don't think so, so maybe we should press further, maybe. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to the poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though. As he said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pen my own man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? The boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders, they whisper Snapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see the proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder? Oh, shiz. Why did I have to go and say I had proof? I don't know what the proof is exactly. Samurai Spear, the murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. He's dragging one leg. Touch the check button to examine. Is it the guide map? Guide map touch. Studio 2, Studio 1, employee area, main gate. Or is it the card key? Card key, the studio employees grants entry into Studio 1. He didn't have this. Maybe this is the only way he could get into the studio. This? The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Ugh. Oh, snaps, I didn't actually think I was going to get that. The windbag, speechless. This has to be the first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness. Miss Wendy, what was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into the old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Woo! We did it! That was so ridiculously smooth. I can't believe it. Wait a second. Oh, shiz. I'm not going to just sit here while you run on barking up the wrong tree. Me, I'm talking. Oh, jeez. Everyone. Just everybody. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. No, not talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Oh jeez, this lady is ridiculously crazy. I thought it was over. We had 4 minutes. Let's see if we can do it in 4 minutes. Globe Studio wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people in the studios on that day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with this, see? So they told me to just pretend I hadn't been at the studios that day. That's suspicious enough. But if you're going to be accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Oh, jeez, cross-examining this crazy lady. I think she's telling the truth. She's basically just confessed, give us some information. We should be telling... Global students want me to keep something quiet. Alright, let's press this. So you were told not to talk. That's right. By the studio and TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all on it. There were some other people at the studios on that day of the murder. Who was it? Who were these people, exactly? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director. We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head has fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... I think we'll call it a break, and then I'll see if I want to ask some more cross-examining questions or take a break. I think I want to ask more, but... Because I think there was one more thing she said that was kind of fishy, right? I'm not sure. Can we take a break afterwards or something? I don't know. What's the break exactly? Is that like another recess? I don't know these things. But tune in next time, guys. We're getting places. It's amazing. I'm playing so smoothly right now. I'm like literally the ace attorney, if not the actual ace attorney, Phoenix Wright. Okay, see you guys.